Black hair is really hard to do, is what most people would say. But what is actually hard? Because you can take the foundations of hairdressing and use it on a three-dimensional space, which is exactly what we're doing. Ultimately, the biggest difference isn't the hair itself, it's the history behind the hair. Because the fundamentals of hairdressing and hair itself doesn't change. So I'm going to take you through the basics in order to understand what the hair needs so we can make everything a little bit more simple. Starting off with shampoo. I'm going to shampoo all the way through the hair from tips to roots. You really want to make sure that that shampoo is all the way through the hair. This is going to allow water into the hair, which is going to make sure that the hair stays hydrated and you get as much out of the hair as possible. What you see me put in the hair right now is a detox mask. This is going to remove any minerals, metals, or buildup from the hair. It's something that if you've been using slightly more cheap products that have synthetic ingredients, that I would recommend doing. This one is from Innocence and it's called the Detox Hair Mask. Each shampoo that I do is going to be less clarifying and more moisturizing. This is going to help with slip and making sure that the hair gets everything that it needs. Then when it comes to conditioner, don't be skimpy. If you have a lot of hair, you need a lot of conditioner. Make sure that you apply that from tip to root all the way through the hair. Every single strand of hair needs conditioner. You can opt in for a heat hat if you would like. This is one from Paige Lewin. I would highly recommend it for the aspect of self-care and also nourishment for your hair itself. It's just going to allow that product to further deepen into the hair. Now, I would say give yourself a head massage, but I promise you it doesn't feel the same with someone else doing it. So if you want that head massage, come and see me. When it comes to styling, I always talk about styling with intention. What do you want your hair to look like? How long do you want it to last? What do you want it to feel like? And ultimately, what is your goal? If your goal is to put your hair in the most defined state to last you for a week, then I'm opting for typically a base gel and a top gel. If you wanted a more voluminous look, then I would go in maybe with a cream and a mousse. But be intentional with your styling method. I'm going in with vertical styling. This is going to allow the hair to sit in a more natural state versus horizontal that's going to make it feel very unmovable. I'm opting to cut the hair afterwards today. That's because there were many different curl patterns and I wanted to get an even canvas all the way through the hair. You can already see this shape coming into fruition. There isn't a right or wrong way to cut hair. It's all about how you're cutting it, why you're cutting it, and where and when you choose to do a certain technique. What I would say on a tighter curl is remember that expansion and shrinkage are two factors that you need to put into play. So this means that the hair on the top will shrink in before it comes out, so you want to keep it slightly longer if you're looking for a more rounded out look. Just like that, with a few simple steps, these are the results. What do you think? Let me know. Love you.